Hello and welcome to another Metaphysical Monday here on Uncensored Intuition. Today we're talking about crystals for dreams and sleep, or dream work. Whatever. The nighttime dreamy realm. We're talking about crystals for that. Yeah. All right. So I have 8 crystals to show you that will help with dream work or sleep in general, particularly maybe like insomnia type stuff, helping you fall asleep or stay asleep. So stick around if that's what you're into. If you're new to the channel, my name is Melissa and I do Metaphysical Monday videos where every Monday we talk about a metaphysical topic, and most of them are suggested by you. And throughout the month, I throw in a few tarot readings just on random topics that either seem very relevant in the world or might give us a break from all of the very relevant stuff going on in the world. Just saying. And then at the end of the month, I also do witchy subscription unboxing videos from Tamed Wild, which I'm looking for another one because I like to have more than one. So, and you know, the stuff I don't use gets to get put in like a goodie bag to give away or something. So, if that's what you're into, check out the channel. Let's get to these crystals. All right, so I'm going to start with dreams. So if we're working on dream work, these are the crystals that you want to go to. First one is maybe questionable. There may be some differing opinions on this. This one's based on personal experience, and it is Larimar, this necklace in particular. And I'm going to tell you why it's based on personal experience. This is mine. And honestly, I like that back even better. It's got some green in there too. But that is my only piece of Larimar. And Larimar is the reason I say there may be differing opinions on this is it's fairly newly discovered as a stone, compared to like quartz and amethyst and all of that stuff, compared to a lot of the other crystals and stones that have been around for a long time. Fairly new. So there's not really one particular consensus on what it works for. And honestly, any crystal can give different people different results or work for different things. And there are other crystals like amethyst that's good for almost anything. So, using your own discernment and your own experience, that is up to you. So, I'm looking at my notes here. So when I look away, that's why. So, there are varied uses and experiences. My personal experience, I accidentally fell asleep with it on one night. And I'm pretty sure that was the night that I predicted a pregnancy. I had a dream about kind of a distant-ish family member. It's like it was like the wife of a cousin of someone. So there's several degrees of separation. They're not somebody that I'm particularly close with, not somebody that I spend a whole lot of time with. And I had a dream that I was with her and she was pregnant. And it was really, when I woke up, it was really odd that I dreamt that she was pregnant when I don't really know her that well. Like I thought it was weird to have her in a dream, period. And because it was so weird that she was in the dream, it made me think that there was a reason. And so I told my family, I was like, look, this happens a lot. I have dreams and then they come true. And then I tell you guys afterwards and you're like, yeah, right, whatever. So I'm telling you right now, Stephanie's pregnant. Just watch. And then like 2 months later, I found out that she was pregnant. And I asked her, like somebody else put her on the phone and I asked, when did you find out you were pregnant? And she said the date, and I shit you not, that was the day. It was within a day or two. It was like either the day before or the day after. That was the night that I had the dream. So, Larimar for dreams, prophetic dreams, based on personal experience, that would be my number one if that's what you're going for. Okay. Did I put anything else in there? No, that was what I had, and there was based on personal experience. So, the next one for dreams, amethyst. Amethyst is good for so many things. I joke, if you're like in a crunchy mom groups, which I used to be in, I compare amethyst to coconut oil. Like you put that shit on everything. You got bad gums, you do oil pulling, you swish coconut oil. You got, a bug bite, coconut oil. You got a scratch, coconut oil. Chapped lips, coconut oil. presently use that one. So amethyst, I feel like, is good for a lot of things. Specifically, to use it for dreams, it connects to the crown chakra, and which connects us to the spirit world. So that would be a good way to kind of enhance that connection if you're already there, or build that connection if you're trying to work on that. Um, there is a little bit of a warning with amethyst. Amethyst amplifies. It's in the quartz family, and quartz typically is in an amplification stone. Clear quartz amplifies the other stones that you're working with. That's how I use clear quartz mostly. But because it's in the quartz family, you want to be careful. I'm not showing you the stones, am I? I went around and throughout the whole house, and I got all of these stones. I showed you the Larimar. All right, amethyst. You guys know what amethyst looks like anyway. But because it amplifies, if you have insomnia or trouble sleeping, here's our amethyst. This one's more of a chevron amethyst. And then they're both tumbled. It's just a little purple amethyst stone, just so that I can say I showed you. Because it amplifies, if you have trouble sleeping, or if you wake up a lot while you're sleeping, maybe go with one of the other ones, or like don't have high expectations. You can still try it. You never know. But there is a little bit of an amplifying of energy aspect with amethyst. So be careful with that. That may not work for everyone. So there's that, just to be aware. The next one on the list is blue kyanite. So I have a little baggie actually of all of these little blue kyanite shards. They're kind of flaky. They grow in like long strands, and they're layered. It's definitely not going to focus on that. No. But it's like a layer. You can kind of see right here where it steps a little bit. It kind of grows in layers. It's a little bit softer. I didn't do like the geek out specs on all of these crystals. My chair is so creaky. I'm manifesting a new chair, and that will be in a new video about servitors. Just sneak peek. All right. So about blue kyanite, connects to the throat chakra, which is about communication. What else did I put? It's also calming, and it can help regulate sleep patterns. So if you have trouble keeping, falling asleep at the same time, or waking up, if you struggle with that aspect of it, blue kyanite can help regulate your sleep patterns. That way you are getting an appropriate amount of rest at appropriate times, so you're not having to nap several times throughout the day. It can help with that. And then what is the other? Oh, lucid dreaming. It works really good if you are interested in lucid dreaming. I could do a whole nother video on lucid dreaming. It is something that I have done on accident many times. I don't know how to do it on purpose, but it does happen. Lucid dreaming is where you are conscious while you're dreaming. You're in the dream state, but you're dreaming, and then you can take control of your dream. Very, very cool stuff. There are people who can do it, like they can trigger it for themselves. There are several methods to do it. None of them worked for me. I just let it happen when it's going to happen. But I can do some more research on some of the methods if you want a video on that. All right, so that's what I have on blue kyanite. So communication, so that's where it will help with spirit communication during dreams, or working in the dream realm. And also it can help with lucid dreaming and dream patterns, sleep patterns. The next one on my list, moving right along, is lepidolite. Lepidolite, I have a couple little samples. I have like a big chunk of lepidolite that is huge that I paid like $13 for at a gem show, and it's just like my best rock buy ever. Oh, yeah. So this little mushy is lepidolite. It's a purple stone. It can also be kind of a pinkish purple. This is also lepidolite. So lepidolite, we're getting more into the sleep and away from the dreams. Okay. Lepidolite is a calming stone. If somebody asks me what stone to use for anxiety, lepidolite is the first one that comes to mind. It does contain lithium, which is an actual pharmaceutical that is used for, I believe it's for depression or anxiety. I'm not sure, maybe both. Not 100% sure, but I know lithium is an actual pharmaceutical. I don't I've heard mixed opinions of it. Never had to use it myself, but I know somebody who has, and they didn't really like it. But I hear other people that do like it. But it is a naturally occurring mineral in lepidolite that is actually used in pharmaceuticals for calming, basically. Other things about lepidolite. It like can ease your mind. It would be a good one if you struggle with meditation as well, not just sleep, but like the monkey mind where there's constant chatter in your brain. That's me. Constant chatter in your brain, it can help kind of soften that. It may not get rid of it completely, but it can at least soften it enough to where you can get some sleep. What else? Racing thoughts. If you have racing thoughts that keep you from falling asleep, that can help with that as well. And waking mood. Oh, waking mood. You when you wake up, you can have a much better mood. If you wake up and you're in a bad mood every time you wake up, try Lepidolite, and that may help. It is definitely good for mood enhancing, making you in a better mood, we'll say. All right, so next up we have Howlite. I love Howlite. It's one of my new favorites. This I used to keep on my desk at work before I quit. This is a Howlite tower. A lot of times turquoise is actually dyed Howlite. It almost looks like marble, kind of. It's got a gray marbly vein to it. Howlite is very calming. Okay, so it's another one of those calming, peace, tranquility, reduces anger, and also brings clarity because of the color aspect of white also can relate to the crown chakra. So clarity, but mainly its use would be good in this, at least in this video for this topic, for helping you calm your body. So where lepidolite will work more with your mind and calming that aspect of it to help you fall asleep, I would recommend Howlite for more calming your body. If you get kind of restless and you can't get comfortable, I would use Howlite for that. So that's a good one for sleep as well. Calming, peace, tranquility, puts you in a better physical state to relax, right? All right, so the next one I have is Moonstone. For probably kind of obvious reasons. This is a rainbow moonstone that I got from Sage Goddess. It does not have the fancy cool looking flash like my moonstone necklace does that I'm not wearing anymore. I think it's in one of the last couple of videos I was wearing it, pretty sure. But this is rainbow moonstone. Moonstone comes in different varieties. I have a peach moonstone sphere that looks nothing like you would think. That when you think moonstone, you think the rainbow moonstone, where you're going to get the colored flashes that happen in it. Not all moonstone has that, and any of the moonstones can work for for sleep. But for obvious reasons, it connects to the moon. So which would kind of help you remind your body that it is time to rest. It is time to, go be with the moon, I guess. Connects to the moon and lunar energy. It has a nurturing vibration to it, comforting, eases emotions and hormones, and it's a good support for changes. So if you're going through changes in your life that are causing you maybe anxiety and you can't fall asleep, it helps with changes. Because Moonstone is, I have a whole video on Moonstone. It's probably 2 years old, so you have to scroll way down. But it might be in the Metaphysical Monday playlist, so that might help narrow it down for you. But Moonstone, what was I getting at? Oh, hormones. Moonstone is very good for women. How do I phrase people with uterus? Because it connects with the female hormones. So it can help balance hormones if you're having hormonal issues that keep you up at night. Menopause, night sweats, that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure most of my audience is in the younger range, but I'm sure there are some of you out there who are dealing with that. Moonstone can help with that because it helps with hormone regulation. So PMS keeping you up, cramps keeping you up, Moonstone, that kind of stuff. All right, so moving on to the next one. The next two, I have two kind of bonusy ones that are going to be for nightmares specifically. For nightmares, you want protection stones. Now, these two protection stones are very common. It's black tourmaline and smoky quartz. And either of those can be paired with any of the other stones. Protective stones, in my opinion, can be paired with any stone that you want to work with. So there's that aspect of it. So you can pair it with the lepidolite if you really need to calm your mind before going to sleep. Maybe you get anxious about having a nightmare, right? That could definitely be, that's probably a pretty popular issue. If I were to go off of my intuition, it feels like that would be pretty popular. Let me show you black tourmaline. This is the same chunk that I used in the Picks of the Month Metaphysical Monday video. Here's a smaller one. I'm very lucky. I live near a wholesale supplier that's open to the public. So I basically get crystals and stuff for like kind of almost wholesale prices, but I still pay the tax on it. They're like really, really good. And they have some huge chunks, which I want to get, but the huge chunks are a little more on the pricey side, and I would want four for the corners of my property. But they look like fire logs of black tourmaline at this place. It's so amazing. All right. Anyways, so black tourmaline, protective, use it for nightmares. Shields the physical body and the astral body, at least from my perspective. So there may be others who can add more information to that, but tourmaline, black tourmaline specifically to me is more of a shielding energy, where it kind of puts you in a protective bubble, and it works in the physical as well as the astral. So that's a good one if you are having nightmares, where you feel like you may need to call on some type of protection in your dream or something like that. Then you'll have that protection. You may not have the nightmare at all because you've already protected your physical body here in the physical world. So there's that. The next one is more protective, not protective words. Where the tourmaline is more of a shielding energy, smoky quartz is going to be more of a absorbing energy. Smoky quartz is the transmuter. Again, it is in the quartz family, so keep that in mind as well. But I feel like with this smoky quartz, it's going to amplify the smoky more than the protective qualities, more than your mind itself, unlike the amethyst. But just to be aware, it is in the quartz family. Obviously, it's called smoky quartz. This is just like a scepter that I had that wasn't really doing anything, sitting in the living room. Smoky quartz, they don't have to be super dark for them to work. This is a very much lighter one. Again, I got it at that one shop, and I think, I took the price tag. I think I paid like $8 for this. Like, so good. All right, that's why I have so many crystals, and that's why I'm going to be sending somebody else a bunch of crystals too. But it doesn't matter how clear it is. It doesn't matter if it's cloudy. It doesn't matter how dark it is. There's actually, I don't know if it'll show up. There's like a gray vein through this one right there. This is really cool. Anyway, so that's just smoky quartz. Transmutes, grounds energy, and protection. But basically the protection is via transmuting energy. So if there are any negative energies, it will absorb the negative energy, turn it into positive energy, and then allow you to access that positive energy, if that makes sense. Basically the definition of transmuting. It's also very grounding. They both are grounding. It's also a very grounding stone. Connecting you to Mother Earth, connecting you to the physical world while you're in the dream space. So yeah, that's my 8 crystals for dreams, dream work, and sleep. How to use them? You want to know? Okay, so you told me what crystals. So what do I do? Like, do I tape them to my forehead while I'm sleeping? No. So I would recommend, there's 2 things. Meditating with it before bed, if you're not comfortable with having it in the bed with you. Meditating with it to kind of access the energies. If you're using one of the sleep ones to kind of calm you beforehand. Even if you're not meditating with it, just sit with it quietly in your hand for, however long that you have, or how long that you need. You can meditate, or you can just literally just sit there with it in your hand and breathe, right? Focus, try try and feel the energy. Give your brain something to do relating to the crystal. You can put it between your hands and try and feel the vibration of it. That will kind of direct your awareness to the crystal and the vibration of the crystal to help it kind of get in your areas, your room, your body, and all of that. The other one obviously would be to have it in your bed with you. Putting it under your pillow. I recommend, based on personal experience, that you put it in the pillowcase under the pillow. Don't put it under the pillow. Look, I move a lot. If you move a lot in your sleep, even if you don't, it might go missing. Even if you put it in the pillowcase, it might go missing, for crying out loud. But I recommend putting it in the pillowcase under the pillow while you're sleeping. You can do both. Meditate with it and then put the crystal that you just meditated with in your pillowcase under your pillow. You can also fall asleep with it in your hand. As long as, I would say, if you're like a co-sleeping type situation where you have a child in the bed with you, I would not recommend doing that, just because they might find it, pick it up. We don't want that. But if you're comfortable with doing that, if comfortable with having it in your bed, you don't necessarily want it to get lost under your pillow. I mean, not like it won't fall out of your hand, but you know what I mean. Either option will work. You can also put it on the nightstand, have it somewhere near your room or near your bed where you sleep, your side of the bed, whatever, if you have other people in your bed. But yeah, keeping it near the bed, keeping it in your pillowcase, personal experience. And I dropped oh my gosh, I dropped a pendulum. I slept with the pendulum under my pillow because I wanted to kind of connect with it like psychically while I was dreaming. And it fell out of the pillowcase and behind my bed, and it is broken. So yes, personal. Well, no, it wasn't in the pillowcase. It was under my pillow, and it fell out. So safest place is probably in the pillowcase. All right, I'm rambling on enough. Those were the crystals. That's how to use them. Always remember that the magic that you seek is in you. And thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best and have a blessed day.